This ain't a good sign. Some wolf scats that are really fresh. I didn't see that coming down when I was over to the left about 30 feet, but I come up 30 feet over this way, and there's some wolf scats. I'd say they're within 2 or 3 days old. I don't like that at all. It's one of my favorite areas here for elk. There's a few chicks anyway that survived the wet spring here. I see 3 of them. And the hen ain't very big neither. I see a few chicks survived the wet spring here. That hen that's got them, there's 3 chicks there. The hen isn't very big. It's August the 2nd, 2013. See, a few chicks survived this wet spring we had up here in these Kootenays. The female isn't very big, or should I say hen. But there's 4 little chicks there. She's had 4 of them. One's in the bush there, and to the left side I see 3 there. These 50-pound blue blocks are heavy to carry around the mountainside here. I'm about halfway down, side hilling it here. Had to take a couple breaks for about 2 minutes. Got my trail cam here to carry it with a bungee cord around my neck. Anyways, I should have this blue salt block in place in probably in about 10 minutes. This ain't a good sign. Some wolf scats that are really fresh. I didn't see that coming down when I was over to the left about 30 feet, but I come up 30 feet over this way, and there's some wolf scats. I'd say they're within 2 or 3 days old. I don't like that at all. It's one of my favorite areas here for elk. There's a few chicks anyway that survived the wet spring here. I see 3 of them. And the hen ain't very big neither. I see a few chicks survived the wet spring here. That hen that's got them, there's 3 chicks there. The hen isn't very big. It's August the 2nd, 2013. See a few chicks survived this wet spring we had up here in these Kootenays. The female isn't very big, or should I say hen. But there's 4 little chicks there. She's had 4 of them. One's in the bush there, and to the left side I see 3 there. put this here crushed white salt last year in here. And this first time I come back here this year, but they have dug a big hole there. You can see the size of it. You know, it's pretty big there. It's been dug this spring. So I emptied a pile more salt in there. So we'll see what happens. I got the trail cam set up, and we'll see what happens here in another 3 weeks or so. Using that white water softening salt. A bear went and grabbed another one of my trail cams here. Didn't have it up high enough. I usually put it up about 6 feet, and I put a piece of wood on the top to angle it down, but I forgot to do this one. It's a brand new one I just bought. It only had 212 pictures on it, but there was nothing important on there. But you can see it went and ended up breaking a hole in the bottom of this here printout for the pictures that, you know, this camera takes. It's a stealth cam. Anyways, I had a little glue, clear glue luckily, and I went and put it in behind the back, took it apart, and went and glued it so it, you know, so it won't leak. I put the screws back in there, in the bottom there. I took it apart. I still got those ones to put in on the top there. Got that one to put in, and I got that one to put in. And then put it back out. I put it back in the same place, but I'm going to put it up higher this time. There's other 2 screws there. Those bears sure play hell with trail cams. You got to sure watch it. You got to put them up high, at least 7 feet up. You know, and you know, most of the time they won't you know, bother, you know, that high up. All mine are around about 7 feet. A lot of them, you know, 99% of them. And this one here was down low, like I forgot to take it up. But anyways, no, I'm going to fix it, and it's going to be up higher. I'll put it out later today. I changed the batteries here on Monday, August the 5th, 2013 at 7 a.m. I had a hell of a chore getting that battery up top there. I had a spare smaller one, but the battery was right dead. And there's 2,360 pictures on that card. But a bear had swiped the wires off the bottom here. I had the battery at the base of this tree. And I had it right on that rock there, and I had the wires going up. And I had the battery just below that limb there I cut off there. It's put it up higher. And this time I hung the battery up there. And I wired it with some tie wire. And it's got it's got 12.78 volts in it, so it's fully charged. It's a lawnmower battery. It's got a handle on it. I cut the branch off and hung it up there. It's about 7 feet up. The trail cam's around about 6'5" off the ground. It's a lot higher than down here. I never had it ripped off, but the bear ripped the wires right off there, and the trail cam has been working for, I'd say probably, I have to get home and put on my computer the card and see when it stopped working. But 2,370 pictures roughly is pretty damn good total. And anyways, I brought down another block. This will last the rest of the year. This is the blue alkaline. It's a hard block. The solid block here, you can see there. I just put it there. Anyways, it's just scarred up with tracks everywhere here. This is where my friend Joel got his 6x6 bull elk last year. He was come right in here and he shot it right there, and he was sitting right at the base of that tree stand there, in the bushes there. Probably about 25-yard shot with his high-powered 300 short mag. But anyways, that's the unit set up there now, so we'll see what happens here. There was a nice big mule. I had to go back up the hill to get my power saw, and I cut that branch off there. And I come back down. I was only gone for maybe 10 minutes at the most. I come back down here. A great big 4-point mule deer was here with a doe. And they ran over this way, and then they took off down that way. But pretty good place here for bow. My tree set up is 30 yards over there, where I limbed the branches off that big tree there, and I'm going to go up there about 20 feet there, and perfect shot, 30 yards right here. I'm not going to sit in that tree stand, it's too close. That's only about 15 yards to that tree stand there. You know, that's Sean Geeks 1989, that's his tree stand there, but I feel it's too close, so I went back about 15 yards, and I'm back there now, and I'm up about, like I said, 20 feet. So I paced it out with my feet. It's 30 yards. I haven't got my rangefinder, but I think last year, I think it was 30 yards. I had you know, shot it with my rangefinder. That's what I'm trying to find the words, the rangefinder. Yeah, I have a personal rangefinder up to 1,000 yards, and I shot it here last year, and it was 30 yards right to where I'm standing here, right by this blue block here. Anyways, I'll get the hell out of here, and I'll come back here, you know, a week before hunting season opens up, and see what's on this trail cam here for video clips. I might be sitting in that tree stand like I just showed you on the clipping here. The video clip, it's a pretty good spot. There's elk, there's whitetail, and there's also mule deer in here, so we'll see what happens here when I come back in another 25 days. Sure is hard work doing this kind of work at my age. You know, I spent probably 2 full days checking all my trail cams and rebaiting them, going from 7 in the morning till around about 6 at night. Anyways, I'm going up this steep hill here. Pretty steep anyways. I've had to make 2 trips up it and back down. But that's so I got to go up through there. Anyways, I'm done. I'm going to head home. Recuperate for a couple of days. I need it. I brought this trail cam back up here because the bear had ripped it off. Wasn't low enough. But what I've done is I've put a 1/4-inch stainless steel bolt in the bottom there and tied a piece of small rope on the bottom. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that into the tree and tie it. And up top I'm going to put a couple pieces of bark or whatever, you know, stick them behind the back here. I got a couple pieces here, whatever one. I'd have to use both of them. I got 2 pieces here, about 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch thick. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that on the top, and I'm going to face it down an angle. I'm going to put this camera up about about 7 feet, and therefore and tie the bottom of the camera with that string I showed you on the camera here. And therefore the bear will have a heck of a time trying to get it. I know they can stand up probably that height, but it won't be as easy for him to get it, or a female sow. So I'm going to do that. So we'll see what happens after I'm finished here. I'll take another small video clip of it. Well, there's the angle of the camera. It's on a 45-degree angle. I put some pieces of bark behind the top, and I pulled it in with the string on the bottom, like where I said. I put that 1/4-inch stainless bolt to hold it in the bottom. Anyways, it's about 7 feet up. I don't think bears will bother too much up that high. Unless it's a real big bear. I'll get down at the base of the tree, and this is my hand, and I'm standing here. Still got about 6 inches to go, and I'm up as high as I can go. And I'm 5'10", so a bear's going to have to be a big bear to get it. So I think it's going to be pretty good. We're going to go back uphill here. And there's my bait station there. It's angled down to it. And there's the camera.